like, boys, I'm going to be honest. Like, this is my last year here at Michigan. I'm going to go back to the NFL, but let's go win. Mm-hmm. Let's go win. Because there's a very, very veteran old team there, right? And they're that Michigan team has been around a little bit, right? Yeah. Is there any chance he said that, or you think the boys are just thinking Harbaugh's coming back next year and don't care about it at all?
I don't think he brings his thoughts onto them, and I don't think it's a foregone conclusion he's leaving just because he's all ears and open to that idea, and he's hired.
That's good business.
Don Yee.
It's good business.
Doesn't mean he's leaving. Like, it's still, again, Pat, it comes back to what I said to you. The NFL still has to want him. It's got to be the right opportunity with the right offer. And if that comes along, all that falls into place. I think he winds up leaving. It doesn't mean it will. It doesn't mean that the right team doesn't come. Like last year, Denver came along and it didn't work out for whatever reason. The year before, Minnesota came along. It didn't work out. We don't know whether the Chargers or Raiders or Panthers or somebody else will come along this year and it'll work out or not. And if it doesn't, I know Jim loves Ann Arbor. He loves the people in that program. He loves being a part of it. And if he stays, he stays. Like, that's great. But he's open to the idea that somebody comes along, pulls him away, knowing, again, I still believe that he wants to win a Super Bowl. I believe that's in his heart.
Yeah.
Okay? At some point, whether that's this year or next year or in 5 years.
Hey, what he needs to know, though, and I think all Michigan fans feel this way, going through this entire year and this entire run with him, he's a special guy, dude.
Yes.
He's a good football coach.
Yeah. Great football.
Hey, good. Way to go, Jim.
Good work, Jimmy.
He's also in the Ring of Honor here at the Indianapolis Colts. People forget about that. A hell of a player back in the day.
Yep.
Had a chance to see
let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I was at the playoff game where he upset the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs were the 1 seed, and he was the Colts quarterback. And I remember the silence that fell upon Arrowhead Stadium that day, being in the locker rooms, and it was incredible. And then the next week, I remember he's in the AFC Championship game, and he's one long completion away at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh from taking the Colts to the Super Bowl. And I think it was Aaron Bailey. The pass went through his arms. It was a Hail Mary in the end zone. It was so close to happening. And he nearly pulled the upset. And he willed the Colts to those playoff wins. Like, that's who he is, and that's what he does. And he helped do it last night again against Alabama. And let's see if he can do it next Monday night against Washington. Like, there's some – I was at that – well, yeah, that was
moving. Look at him moving.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. It also helped that day that the Chiefs kicker, Lynn Elliott, missed a few different field goals. Okay. But Jim rose.
You guys got to figure that out in Michigan, pal.
Yeah.
All right.
Jim was incredible that day. Look at that. I mean, he was really good that day, and it was really cold in Kansas City, the snowy. Boy, that was fun. Yeah. Those were great times.
Yeah, Kansas City can get very chilly. We played there when it was negative 15, I think.
That's fun.
Frozen field. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not a good time.
Hey, let me tell you something. As somebody who's gone to school at Michigan, I think some of the coldest spots I've been in my life were in Kansas City. I was there for a Broncos playoff game one year where there was an ice storm. It was 10 below. I was there another year with wind chills. It was 40 below.
Yeah.
This is Kansas City. Kansas City can be brutally cold.
Well, the Midwest, with how flat it is, it's that it's obviously the cold, but you need the cold. It's the never-ending that just doesn't stop because there's no hills.
Yeah, game changer.
There's nothing in the way of the wind. So the wind is going from Dakota all the way to Ohio, pretty
much.
And it's gaining speed every single day. It's so cold.